This president is the poster boy for what a mob protester looks like. He is, a matter of fact, he's the one who has been violent in his speech. He's the one in his rallies have said things like this: "I'd like to punch him in the face." Trump said that at one of his rallies. He said, "Knock the crap out of them. Would you?" And seriously, okay, just knock the hell. I mean, I promise I will pay the legal fees. That's the kind of talk that he has done. That's violent talk. We don't have that kind of talk that has come from the women who are protesting. As a matter of fact, this country is past due for the kind of protests that we have seen women do in the last few days as we have gone through this confirmation process of Kavanaugh. It is time for women to say that we're tired of being disrespected. We're tired of being, called out of our names, et cetera, et cetera. And, of course, this sexual assault that so many have gotten away with for so long is over. The Me Too movement have gotten us started. The marches that we've been doing, we're not going to back down. You're not going to intimidate us. You're not going to frighten us. You're not going to take away our right to stand up for ourselves. And guess what? While they're trying to say to families, you got to be worried about your boys, families know. Families know, first of all, they've got to be worried about all of their children, but they also understand if their daughters are to grow up and to have careers and to have confidence and to be able to realize their full potential, now is the time to embrace them and stand with them as they push back on the abuse of power by people like the President of the United States and McConnell. They have abused their power. I've never seen anything like this before. They have run over us. They have refused to respect Dr. Ford. They refuse to bring forth the witnesses that are knocking down the doors of the FBI, saying, let me come and tell you about what was happening with Kavanaugh, not only in high school, but in college. And so we're not going to allow them to take this false message that they're trying to carry to the American people, trying to make them believe that we're an angry mob. We're not going to let them get away with that. This president will try anything, and he will change the conversation if we allow him. But now we know we can push back on it.
Let me ask you something. I want you to respond to something that Hillary Clinton said that I thought was notable. And she's someone, obviously, who has a reputation in the United States Senate as a first lady for bipartisanship. She's worked with people across the aisle. This is what she had to say about the Republican Party right now in civility. Take a listen.
You cannot be civil with a political party that wants to destroy what you stand for, what you care about. That's why I believe if we are fortunate enough to win back the House and or the Senate, that's when civility can start again. But until then, the only thing that the Republicans seem to recognize and respect is strength.
What do you think of that?
Well, I like that. And listen, I understand and I know what protest is all about. Of course, it will make others feel comfortable. But you don't go around saying, may I please protest you? No. You gather your strength and you take it to where it has to go, and you will make people uncomfortable. That's what change is all about.
But there are people, I want to be clear on this, because there are people who hear that and they think what you're calling for is physical intimidation, things that fray at the social fabric, that make people cower, the possibility of violence, of setting someone off who is perhaps unwell. I want you to respond to that concern.
Well, that is absolutely untrue. If they would like to take and redefine somehow protest and call it something else, they'll try and do that. They'll try and get away with that. But that is not absolutely true. You don't hear us talking about hitting anybody, punching anybody, killing anybody. You have one of the Trump supporters that said, you bet I liked it, knocking the hell out of them, big mouth. The next time we see him, we may need to kill him. You don't hear us talking like that. When we protest, yes, we're shouting out. We have signs. We're saying what we think will get to the public. And we are not saying we're going to kill anybody, we're going to hit anybody, or we're going to cause anybody any harm. That's a lie. In the